Howdy, 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 and welcome to most probably the final episode of the Dirt Info podcast. If you could just go ahead and hit like and subscribe down there, and with that, we'll go ahead and jump into our first segment.
It's called Styling and Profile.
Thanks, Rick.
Uh, well, for possibly, most likely, the last shirt, we'll just go with a good old Benji lacrosse shirt. Not his most recent ones, but the one before that. With the reason I'm into racing for the first place, for the main reason I got into racing, really, because of
Yeah.
him. So
Heck yeah, that seems fitting for the farewell episode. I think I went like I don't know, maybe congratulatory or something. I have no idea, but we've got the throwback Dirt Info hat. I think the lighting's gonna
oh
kill us
yeah,
for the most part on
you can see
that,
it a
but
little better now.
yeah, the throwback hat, and then I threw on the Alex Williamson shirt for the final hurrah. We got the podcast on there from the dome, and so hey, what the heck? We had fun. I mean, you can't say we didn't have a little fun. So I figured I'd just rock out with these uh, to close her down. But anyway, I would say the biggest storyline for us over the last 3 weeks has been the NFL. So we might as well chat a little bit about that. Um,
We were both
so
right about the winner.
we we were both right. I would say you were a little closer to the score, but we were both kind of off. They ended up scoring a little more points than we kind of figured. I
Although
was
that
watching it with
first half was all field goals, right?
yeah, I think it was what 9-0 or 12-0
Nine
at
or 12 to
halftime.
0, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was funny because I was watching with the whole fam. It was my parents and my sister and my brother-in-law and their kids, me, the boys, and Xavier even brought his friend along, and everyone's like, "This game's so boring," and I just kept saying the whole game, "The fourth quarter is gonna be lit. The fourth quarter is gonna be lit, bro. The fourth quarter is gonna be lit," and they got so annoyed hearing it, but then it kind of was. I mean, it was at least the most entertaining of the four
The only
quarters.
point where I don't even know when it was in the second half. The only point where I was like, "Oh, the Patriots have a shot," like besides from like early on, was when it was like 22 when the Patriots scored to make it like 22-7 or something. I was like, "Okay,
Mhm.
they got some momentum," and then nope, no momentum.
Yeah, well, Drake threw that interception in the middle of the field. That's what killed kind of
Yeah,
the
that was
momentum on
bad.
that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was bad. That was bad. Headline only. I saw something about his shoulder. He had to have an injection in his shoulder before the game. So, I, me and my buddy were texting back and forth. I'm like, I don't understand why he's not running. I don't like. They just need the guy to convert these 3 and 4s every now and again to keep the drives alive. Why is he not running? Well, maybe his shoulder was hurt. But that was a very I couldn't shake it. I was like, if he'd gut out a couple of these first downs, these drives would continue. They'd be in this game, and it would be death by field goals for 3 quarters. But uh, anyway, well, the conversation where I was watching, I don't know if were you watching with Vikings fans as well?
About Sam Darnold
Yeah.
losing. I mean, I want him to
No.
lose. Or what was the conversation? Sorry,
No, the conversation. Yeah, no. I was just because it was Vikings fan because I was all Vikings fan, and everyone just kept saying, "Well, this would have been us if Sam was our
oh
quarterback.
yeah,
This
I
would
was
have been
seeing that.
us."
Yeah. And for some reason, I feel like we still would have found a way to choke in the playoffs. Like maybe
For the
it
Vikings,
wouldn't
of
have been his
course.
fault this year, but it would have been something would have happened. Our kicker, who was like pretty much perfect all year, would have
Yep.
then missed a kick.
Ooh, that's 98 all over again. Yeah, yeah. So that was a common debate. There was one side that said, "No, our team isn't as good as Seattle. We wouldn't have been here," and the other side was saying, "No, we're as good or better than them if we just had a quarterback that was halfway decent." So, um, it is a tough pill to swallow. It's been my theme. Watching Sam have success is hard, knowing he was in the building last year. He was our guy. We went what 14-3 or 14-4 over the
Three.
season in the playoffs with him.
Yeah.
Like like, man, Good for him. Good for him. I think. Did I
I will
hear he
say.
was drafted in the? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, did I hear he was drafted in like the same draft class as Josh Allen?
20. Think so. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Because I
crazy,
remember my cousin who I was watching it with. He was like, "Who would have thought Sam Darnold would have been the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl out of this draft class?"
right? That's
Because wasn't
crazy.
Lamar in that one too, or was Lamar a year
I
after?
believe so. I believe it. That I guess I can't remember. He would have been at the very end of that round. He
Yeah,
was the
he was like the
20.
32nd pick. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But that's wild to think. Was that Burrow too, or am I
No,
no,
Burrow
that's
is
not it.
2020.
Yeah, he's way later. Yeah, no.
I do think like a day later though, like I kind of feel happy for like just seeing like interviews and stuff. Like he's a good guy. It just sucks.
He's a good
Just sucks
guy.
that he was
Yeah.
our quarterback 1 year ago.
Yeah. Yeah, if he had never played for the Vikings, I would have been really pumped for this because this
Yeah,
is a cool story. This is a cool story, right? He was the failed pick in one place. He was the failed reclamation project in another place. He was the backup somewhere else. He was the stopgap here and the one we pinned the losses on at the end of the season. Like he took the fall for those last two games. He really did. And then boom. Someone finally just was like, "No, Sam, we want you. We want you to come play for us." And first year he wins a Super Bowl. That's pretty rad.
I think the Vikings should just go pick up Josh Rosen from his real estate job or whatever he's doing now and just make him the Sam Darnold 2.0.
I mean, there clearly was talent in that class that was misused. So maybe we give him a try.
We could do it again.
Oh,
Surely we got to try
yeah,
again.
surely. Uh, that's pretty funny.
Or JJ
No, I
McCarthy in 6 years will be Sam Darnold 2.0. That's what'll end up happening. He'll leave,
for the
go some
Bucks or
places,
something.
yeah, go some
Yeah,
places, and then
yeah.
end up somewhere and win a freaking Super Bowl.
Sounds about right. That's being a Vikings fan in a nutshell. It really truly is.
Imagine if Christian Ponder went on to
Uh,
win a Super Bowl for someone.
uh, I'm sure he's got a real estate job or something too.
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me.
Crazy. Well, no, definitely good for him and kind of cool. And it really is. I mean, throughout this show, I've always talked about resilience and all that kind of stuff, like and learning from your mistakes and always getting better. So I guess Sammy D winning a Super Bowl and kind of like we've watched him just over his career, learn from his mistakes, get progressively better. I mean, he failed, like I said a couple weeks ago, he failed in the playoffs last year, but that was just, failing to run for a moment and then he goes out and then boom. I mean, he won him the NFC Championship game. He played he played what he needed to be in the Super Bowl he
Yeah.
was. He was everything they needed him to be. And so um right on.
Oh,
Perseverance wins out, man.
did you see, speaking of Super Bowl, I just remembered this. There was a commercial with dirt racing in it. Did you see it?
I heard. I missed it. I
Yeah,
saw a
I
cut
missed
or a
it
video
too.
or
I just
something.
saw, I guess, I don't know, it was like a religious commercial or something, but somehow clips from Boone Speedway were in there. Because
Oh,
one of the best comments was like Mod Lights made it on the Super Bowl because one of the clips was Mod Lights, I guess.
right on.
So
Up and
I don't
coming
know
class.
what the context was of the commercial. I don't think it was anyone behind racing. It just happened to include some clips for whatever reason.
Well, I'll just say Mod Lights making the Super Bowl proves our faith in modifieds was at least mildly justified. So
Yeah, there was no sprint cars or late models, I don't believe, in those clips. So
every man's racing class. Is right on. Right on. So well, I mean, kind of addressing the elephant in the room. Did you watch it? Did you watch any racing this weekend?
no, I am right now. Logan Seavey just won the USAC feature.
Right on, right on. Yeah, I didn't watch any racing this weekend either. I did. I mean, I watched a couple of highlights here and there, and that was about the entirety of my interest level in it, and almost a tiny bit felt like an obligation that I had to watch the highlights so I could feign talking about it on the podcast. um, and so I'm sure all the listeners have. I would assume if we've felt it, they have had to have felt it, but that we just, you know, our priorities and our interests are elsewhere.
Yeah,
You know,
not that we
they've
don't dislike
changed.
racing. I'll still be at racing come racing
Oh
season. I'll
yeah,
probably still be at over 50 of them for sure. It's just, yeah, the stuff on streaming and I just, yeah, if I got other things going on, like I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna actually stay home and watch this weekend. It's like, nope, that's fine. I got nothing going on. I got no racing to watch. I'll go do that instead.
yep, yep. I mean, I think you, a couple examples. One, we've been on this Discord call now for almost 3 hours, and this is the only part where we've really talked about racing that much, you know? Um, and that became a trend for the last couple of months for us. We would have these really long, awesome calls, but none of it was about racing, really. And I think Carter summed it up really well today when it was like, we started this because we wanted to talk about racing with our buddies. And I think we just want to talk about other things with our buddies. and and that's okay. That's okay, you know? And so I don't know. I just felt like they deserved an explanation, Carter. Anything you
Yeah.
kind of want to add to that or anything?
I don't know. I kind of agree. Like we started it to we're talking racing anyway, so let's record it. But now we're not really talking about racing. I mean, aside from not that we're never watching it, like we'll definitely probably catch some of Lucas this next. You won't watch Volusia 'cause you don't got Dervision. I'll watch some
Yeah, I
Volusia
don't
when I'm
have
home.
Carter vision, yeah.
But like if I got something to do, like I'm not even like looking at my race pass or results or anything. It's like it'll be like Monday when we record. It's like, oh, I should probably figure out who won this race that we're going to talk about.
100%. That's what it's become for me. Is like it's almost like a job. Like, oh, we got to record. We got to record on Monday, you know. And like we tried to spruce it up. We tried to like record earlier in the day to make it feel different or something. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really feel like we have to justify it to anyone. I just, you know, uh, we're ending it, and we should probably tell people why. And I agree. I'm looking forward to a lot of the things we've discussed in this season. Like I'm definitely going to probably make it down to Winneshiek at some point. You know, the Jamboree is always a fun time, but with Soda 100, I got something better to do that weekend. I really childhood friends getting married, and like that takes priority. You know, or Colton, we talked about the B Mod Blaster last weekend or last week, and it's like I have a baseball tournament that I'm going to be at, and that is where I want to be, you know. And so it just it kind of things have shifted a little bit over time, and I mean racing's still going to be a part of my life. I still look forward to being at the track and seeing people. I think some respects I'm hoping to find a way for us to catch up more now. Maybe without this being over our head, we can find a way to make it work better, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
I'll
but
still be at races in your area. I'm still gonna do the streaming stuff for this year for sure, so I'll still be out and about. I got like 60 races on my schedule. Actually, I just did a snowmobile race on Sunday, so I'm still doing that. It's just this it's just watching it like in our free time, I guess, when we're not at the track pretty much. We just don't care nearly as much. Because I'm sure I'll still go
yeah,
to a random if I don't got a stream at Plymouth and 141's racing, I'll go to 141, I'm sure. Um, Most likely. But there's
yeah.
just some shows I might just I probably I mean I kind of started doing this the last like year or two. Like I would skip a random Friday or something if I don't have to work, just do stuff with friends.
Mhm.
Um, and I'll probably still be doing that. So but yeah, I just don't the stuff on streaming, I don't care if I miss it anymore. It was never it used to be like we're watching every single speed week race like kind
Yeah,
of deal and now it's
yeah.
not that at all.
It's not. It's just not. It slips my mind more than I would care to admit sometimes. Um, and and uh, and yeah, it's just. I think you make a great point. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but
I
truthfully,
remember
it's just
I remember with friends, like we try to plan something in the winter time or something, and I would be like, looking. The first thing I would do is look at racing schedules to make sure, like for streaming, even is like
yeah,
like make sure like I don't like there's nothing on I want to see. Where now it's like I don't even bother to look. I only look at actual races I'm at in person schedules now instead.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. And I think honestly, like it, not to get like too far pontificating, but like I think it's just a reflection of like, I don't know. I know when I got super duper into like streaming and all of like racing and stuff, and like when it really bit me hard was like 2020, 2021, 2022. And like I don't know if that was because I had more free time, like other things were kind of interrupted, right? Like throughout that period of
I
time. So for me personally, I had
Go
more
on.
free time.
I also feel like it
Well,
was never as accessible until around that, like streaming. Like
right.
it was always kind of like the best you could have got was like a monthly option, or like, and if you didn't
Yep.
want yearly, it was like $400 or something. Where like then Flow came around, it was like we've never had it this accessible. I've never been able to watch this much racing.
Yep. Yeah. And I think it was new, like to me, it was new and exciting on a lot of ways. And I was kind of like, I never knew that there was this whole extra like major leagues of dirt racing. And this is super awesome. And it was, and it still is. And it still is cool to watch it. But I guess like the storylines at some point, just being real honest, like pulling back in some of the conversation we had off camera, like the storylines change, but they don't really change. Like nothing really changes. We're gonna have an event at Eldora, and there's gonna be close to 100 cars, and it's gonna be all the names we know, and one of a list of about 10 guys is gonna win, and it could be a really exciting race, and that watching the race is super entertaining, but like then we go to the next race.
Yeah. Or even like
You
driver
know,
changes. Like Ricky Thornton left. He got whatever happened with SSI, and it's like, oh, is he still going to be quick? He's still fast. Nothing's
he's still
changed.
fast. Yeah, no, it's Ricky Thornton
And
Jr., right?
and now
Like,
there is times where guys like get slower, but I feel like I feel it's usually it's because of age and stuff now. Like I mean, besides
yeah.
Shepard, I don't know what's going on with him, but
You're not even gonna up on the last one, but no, but I hear you, right? Like that's probably that would be almost one of the more relevant storylines if he continues to struggle, is that he's struggling. And I don't have a lot, like I don't really have the stomach to talk about that. I just don't want to be negative in any way, shape, or form. But other than that, what it's like, oh, Bobby won this and he rubbed fenders with so and so, and then they had tough words afterwards. And now what? They're gonna go
no.
race next weekend and ain't shit gonna happen. You know? Like you almost broke me when you said that one time. We were having a conversation and I may have been feigning a little bit of like showmanship, but it was like an interesting argument between Bobby and someone else. You just deadpan at the camera and go, and nothing's gonna
Nothing
change.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing happened. And like it was like it took the wind out of me in the episode, but like, and I'm not trying to make it bigger or nothing, but like you bring up a good point. It's all cool and interesting, but we're in season 2.5 of this now, and it's like it just feels like we're on repeat.
Yeah, pretty much. We're going to the same tracks. I mean, there is new tracks on the schedules, but we get about 3, 4 episodes talking away. We get a new track to talk about.
Yeah, right. Like, uh, and it's cool to like find interesting shows off to the side and highlight them, but that's about all we can do. You
Yeah,
know, there
aside
at
from
this
just
point, it's not
reading
like
results and stuff.
yeah, it's not like in the heyday, it was like that cool show is going to be on one of these two that I have probably. That I'm going to have access to that cool show. I
Oh
can
yeah.
watch it. You know, I might not live in Tennessee, but I'm going to be able to tune in and watch it. And it's not going to be, I don't have to dig to figure out what it is and have account for this. And anyway, but you know what I mean? We had more options, and I understand in business reality why it's separated the way it has. But now if I want to watch that show, I'm gonna have to find some specific streaming thing, and I'm gonna have to kick in a bunch of I'm gonna have to kick in $30 to $90 depending on how long it is. And that's not unreasonable. It's just that I'm not gonna do that when I already pay for a couple over here that I'm struggling to watch as it is.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like it's just harder to follow along. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, I ranted and we've justified it. I thought it was. I think it's an interesting conversation. We're not going to be able to pick it up from here, but um, and like I kind of want to. I'm like more interested to go to a show and not have to worry about how I'm going to talk about it.
That's kind of how I went to every race. That's why I always forgot what happened.
Yeah, you were a little better than I was at that, and because I wanted to be like engaging and like all this other stuff, and I'm sure I was, and it's all great and dandy, but I don't know. I don't know that I can do that for another season. Just talking about the same shows I went to last year, seeing mostly the same drivers. Like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna love it, but it doesn't. I don't feel like it makes good content anymore.
I think I always
I'm
kind of
sorry.
went to races like even before this, like someone would I'd be at Luxembourg on Friday, and then someone would ask me at 141 the next day, "Oh, who won last night?" And this could be like 4 years ago. I'd be like, "I have no idea actually who won." That's a great. I just would like once it happens, I move past it.
Kind of move past it. Yeah, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I think for me, I came in to racing like I mean a little bit more like I was saying before, and like I initially was gravitated towards the major leagues, but but all the names and on some level, right? All the names were new to me, all the storylines were new to me, all the driver changes seemed ridiculous to me, and then like I did it again, and I did it again, and I did it again, and it was just all kind of like yawn, you know. I I hate to put it down like that, but it's just I guess my interest has moved on. I feel like a dick at this point, but I guess we're just saying what we were saying. This is kind of what we talked about, and so anyway, let's move on. Anyway, Carter, anything else we want to cover before we get out of here?
I don't think so. Brandon Overton starts
All
on the
right,
pole. As of recording our final episode, he is still undefeated this season.
he is undefeated this season, including his heat races. So
Oh, I don't know if he won them all at Needmore and Screven.
don't say that. Go with it. Just go with it. Anyway, I guess with that, Carter, for one final time, it means it's time for.
The one for the road, and I still don't really know what we're talking about. For the, this is a common
Just say
theme.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Our one for the road is we want to thank everyone who has tuned in and listened. We know there is a hand. I don't want to say handful. That's disrespectful. There's a there's there's a fair bit few of you, and we know you, and we see you, and we appreciate you so much. We truly appreciate you, and we hope you've enjoyed listening to us, and we hope that I hope I've made you laugh and smile, and that's what I was trying to do from the start was make laugh and smile and talk racing with my buddy. So uh, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much. We from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the hell out of every one of you. I do. I really do. So thank you. And if I saw you at the track, I'm still gonna probably see you at the track. So
Yep,
I
I'll still
can't
be
wait for
there
that.
too. We'll see you in September
Yeah.
for the debut of Football Info.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's a chance. That carried us through the last month. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Never say never. I guess that's how I look at life. Never say never. So stay tuned for a draft episode.
Well, let's do a mock
I'm
draft of
bullshitting.
actual NFL or college players.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be so awful. All right. Well, Deuces, it's been fun. We appreciate you. Thank you.
See ya.